Good evening, ladies. Today it's Monday, December the 12th, and I am super excited for tonight's call. But before I turn it over to this wonderful person that is going to be sharing with us tonight, I want to kind of remind you, but I know we haven't really spoken about the health bet. That is something that tomorrow I'm going to be posting about. Now, I know that a lot of the teams are loving what's happening with Facebook groups and stuff like that. So what we're going to do for the health bet, what I'm going to do for the team, and this is open for the entire downline. I just kind of want to mention it here, and tomorrow I will be talking about it more. Excuse my voice, guys. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to open a Team Faith Dynasty Health Bet, so you don't feel like you have to get out of your Facebook group if you have something going very successfully, but we can still participate in the health bet. So I'm going to create it for the entire downline where you can still tell your customers, and this is something that I'm doing. I'm having a Facebook group because I like the live feature and stuff like that, but I'm telling my customers, hey, what we can do is an additional incentive to you joining this challenge group. If you want to win cash, and I'm going to promote it as, the actual health bet. If you want to win cash for getting healthy, there's going to be an extra step, which is the accountability piece, right? 5 Shakeologies, 3 workouts, and stuff like that. So I'll share more about this tomorrow. You don't have to worry about this much tonight. However, just want to let you know that if you do not want to open your own health bet or your own health bet group within the My Challenge Tracker, you're more than welcome to join ours, the team one, if you want to continue using your Facebook group, because I know that I am hearing great things about some of you guys' Facebook groups and how the energy has been great. So I don't want you to lose that momentum. So tonight we get to hear from someone from corporate, and when we absolutely love when we have someone from corporate, because it's great to hear their heart. It's great to hear. I feel like it's, we get a little bit of Carlos' heart in our calls whenever we get someone. We've had Carlos, we've had Kim, and now we're going to have Keichun. A little bit about Keichun. She is a member of the John Maxwell team. Everybody knows who John Maxwell is, right? She's a certified leadership coach. She is a trainer, a public speaker. And when I tell you that this woman has energy, I absolutely love her. So 2 weeks ago, Carlos was awesome enough to connect us, and I was sharing with Carlos the vision, where we go in 2017 and what we want to do as a team. And he said, I know the perfect person to connect you with, to mentor you, to help you, and to guide you. And I was like, oh, okay. And so we spoke, and it was like if I've known her forever. She literally gave me a plan. I told her what I wanted to accomplish, and she just said, all you have to do is this. And she just broke it down for me so beautifully. So I know that tonight she's going to be bringing it, and I'm looking forward to it. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it on to Keichun. Keichun, take it away.
Thank you, Mel. That was such an awesome introduction. You're so awesome. Yeah. When I spoke with you and got the pleasure of meeting you a few weeks ago, thanks to Carlos, I was absolutely blown away. So I'm so excited to be talking to the team. Yes. So just to expand a little bit about me, I was going through, and I don't necessarily recognize too many of the names. So let me just tell you a little bit more about me. I've been with Beachbody it'll be 5 years in February. Y'all, 5 years. I started when we had 70,000 coaches. Crazy to think of, right? In just 5 years, we're already at 485,000. But I started off because of a childhood friend. My childhood best friend, she had gained her freshman 15 plus some in college, and it spiraled her into a deep, dark depression. She found Turbo Fire, she found Shakeology, and she found herself. And so I wanted to be a part of the company that literally saved my best friend's life. And so I started doing my Google research, and I found Carl Deichler's call to action video where he's talking about the obesity epidemic. And at the end of that video, he says, I need you. And at that point, I'd already started a nonprofit organization on my campus that was geared towards ending the trend of obesity in our youth. And so I'm like, yes, Carl, we are right here. You saved my best friend's life. We're already right here. I'm packing my bags. I'm moving from Georgia. I'm moving to Los Angeles to go work for Beachbody in the call center with my business management degree, because that was the only job they had available at the time. And so I literally started in coach relations, doing all of your enrollments and cancellations and placement changes and yes, those escalations. But I did all that and kind of worked my way up through the ranks. As a matter of fact, I would get in trouble. I would help people and then I say, all right, so now that we got your placement change fixed, what are your goals? Okay, so what's the strategy? Okay, call me next week. Let's see how that goes. And so my boss was like, Keichun, you can't do that. Like, we got to get them in and off the phone. So I'm like, but who does that then? And so I started doing my research and I found out that there's actually a department in Beachbody that does exactly what I was doing. And at that moment, I realized that I wanted to be a part of the sales team. So this particular year, our motto was dream big. I don't know who remembers that, but our motto was dream big that year. And at Summit, I walked up to Jeff Hill. I said, Jeff Hill, my name is Keichun Graves, and my dream big goal is to work for you on the sales team. And about a month later, they sent an army to come pack my bags and move me from Los Angeles to Utah, where I live now. And let me tell you, it has been amazing. I loved working in coach relations. I loved working with all the coaches, but getting the opportunity to work with you guys on this level has really been fulfilling for me. And so what I do on the Southeast region is I work with the 3 through 8 star diamonds, and I help with strategizing and reverse engineering and brainstorming. I've never been a coach. So I've never actually worked this business, but the value that I do bring is the fact that I work with so many amazing coaches. And so I can tell you, if you're like, hey, I'm going to go walk around the Dolphin Stadium and pass out my business cards and windshields, I can say, don't do that. That's stupid. So that's the value that I bring, and I'm loving it. So today, this is not necessarily a training call. This is being recorded. So I want you guys, have your notebook there, take some notes, but I really want you to be present with me right now. I'm not going to train you. You guys know what it takes. I want to talk with you really quick. And I felt myself as I was preparing for our phone call, kind of preaching a little bit. And so I have to apologize. 30 minutes planned for
preach. No. Preach. Don't apologize. Preach.
Okay. But I have 30 minutes planned for us tonight, and I'm really going to spend the bulk of that time talking about mindset. Because ultimately, I want you to know, and I really want you all to understand that you have what it takes to reach your goals and your wildest dreams, and that you are a champion. And so since it's late, I think Mel said that it was like 10 o'clock her time. So since it's late and life has happened to you today, or is happening to you now from my mom's, let's start with just a deep unified team breath. And just one more. And if you can, I really want you guys to close your eyes and begin to think about your goals. What is it that you want to accomplish? Why? Can you see it? Do you believe it? I want you to prepare yourself to get exactly what you need to get from this call in order to achieve the vision that you set for yourself. Set your intention for tonight. I want you to expect to gain, expect to grow, expect to be challenged, and be intentional with meeting your expectations. Because if you want change in your business or in your life, you're going to have to do different things. You're going to have to think different thoughts, and you will be challenged, but you will gain. So you can open up your eyes. Now that we've shaken off the day and we've kind of put our goals in the forefront of our mind, let's go ahead and jump right in. First of all, if you guys are here on live, whoop, whoop, or you're listening to the playback maybe, I think that's awesome. That's absolutely one of the first steps necessary to achieve your goals. But of course, it's not about what you know. It's about what you do with what you know. So awesome job. Great first step in investing the time and knowledge you'll need to implement. But just know that you can know everything. You can know it all. But if you don't do work, if you don't do it, if you don't implement it, it doesn't matter what you know. So let's get ready to learn and to do. Let's get ready to act. And taking action is sometimes more important than the knowledge it takes to know what actions to take. Does that make sense? Because you can learn as you go. So go. It's scary, right? Because we don't know everything, but champions use their fear to get to the next level, not to keep them where they're at. Fear, y'all, is inevitable, but the difference between champions is that they understand that anxiety or those nerves or that fear that they may be feeling will happen, but it's how you use it, it's how you grow from it, it's how you overcome that fear. That's the difference between a champion and a non-champion. So I'm going to guess that no one on this call wants to be in the same place that they are today a year from now. So in order to ensure that that exact thing happens, you're going to have to do things you've never done in order to achieve things and goals you've never reached. In order to not be in the same place as next year, you're going to have to turn up the intensity now through the rest of the year. That's right. Next year starts now, today on December 12th. And so if you're someone who thought, I'm still in the same place as last year, but I do want more, I see the vision, I believe, but now what? This call is for you. Guys, it does not matter what happened yesterday or last month or even what happened last year. Today is your new day. So welcome to your new beginning, Team Faith Dynasty, and let's get ready to attack the rest of 2016 because that's what's going to set us up for 2017. And so I challenge you all to turn up the intensity to a level that you've never even known, to a level that will allow you to finish this year strong, your life story strong, exactly how you envisioned it. Because what's the point of doing life if you're merely going to be coasting through it? I mean, I want you guys to live life and to live the life that you've designed, the life that you have put in the forefront of your mind at the beginning of the call when you set your intention. That's the opportunity that you guys have to achieve those goals that you're thinking about. But you're going to have to turn up the intensity and you're going to have to run through the 2016 finish line. Now, I am very familiar with turning up the intensity and running through the finish line. As a matter of fact, a fun fact about me is that I've been a runner my entire life. Do I have any runners on the call? Hold on, I'm doing the arrow. Okay, not I don't even see not one hand. Okay. Oh, I see a hand. Hey, Sally. Okay, so I got a runner on the call. Okay, but since I could walk, I literally ran. I was in summer running clubs, and by the time I was 10, 11, I was running year-round. I was running cross-country, indoor track, outdoor track year-round. I ran all throughout high school, all throughout college, and I still run now. But one thing that became known as kind of my thing was the way that I would finish my races. But that actually started with a strong why way back in the day. And so Zelie, she'll be able to relate with me. But since I don't have a ton of runners on the call, let me paint the picture for y'all. So we were running the 1,600 meter race. That's the mile. That's 4 laps around the track. And I had been leading the entire race. But then something happened. Something game-changing happened for me. Going into the first turn of the 3rd lap of this 4-lap race, I hit a wall. And I slammed into the wall, but I still maintained a lead that was growing smaller by the second. And the girl behind me, she knew I was dying. I was giving her all the signs. And then it happened. She caught me. And she caught me right before the start of the last lap with about 450 meters left to go of the 1,600 meter race that I led. And not only did she pass me, but she passed me right at that start-finish line. And in track, that's where the bleachers start. That's where the opening to the field is. That's where your coaches are and your team are. They're yelling out your splits and your time, and they're cheering you on. But that's also where her team is. That's where they stand. That's where they cheer. And everybody's like in your face. And as soon as she passed me in front of the entire crowd, her team went obnoxiously wild. And I immediately made eye contact with my coach, and I read his lips, and they said, "You better go." And then I heard my mom from way up in the bleachers screaming out, "Keichun, you better not let that girl beat you." She was definitely that crazy mom who would be running laps around the track with you. But anyway, I love her to death. I heard them though. And I didn't want this girl to win either, because I had a big goal and I had a scary why, and I believed in me. And so with 200 meters left in this race, I leaned in. And I leaned in hard to my personal development. And that was my own physicality and my training my daily training, those 2-a-days, those 3-a-days, that training that taught me to lean into the track in order to go faster. And also on my mental strength from those visualization exercises that we would do that, quite frankly, I never understood why our coaches made us do until that point. But at this point, that girl had gained about 20 meters on me in this 1,600-meter race after I slammed into that wall. But I kicked it in like I never had before. Like I was running the 200-meter sprint, not ending a 1,600-meter run. I had completely forgotten about the wall that I slammed into and how my legs felt like concrete jello. That's a weird combination. How I could barely even lift them when this girl passed me in front of the entire crowd. You know, I've forgotten about how embarrassed I was when her team went obnoxiously wild. I believed in me, and I wanted the title more than I cared about the pain. And if I died, because y'all, that was a legitimate concern in my mind. I knew that I would have died leaving it all out on the field. And so despite that wall that I had just hit, not even 500 meters ago, I kicked it in to a gear that I never knew existed in my body. And with my sweat mixing with my tears and my tears turning into fuel, I propelled and I pulled it off. And I actually won the race and I didn't die. I'm here to tell you about it today. And so from there on out, no matter what race, no matter where I was in the race, first place or last place, that's right. It didn't matter if my goal of placing or reaching my expectation that I had set for that race was as far-fetched as Michael Jackson coming back from the dead to sing at my wedding. It didn't matter. I finished each race with a kick that was so strong and so powerful, it left people in awe, including myself. Like, how did I do that? I just did it, though, because that was the choice I gave myself, not an option to quit. And a reason that people will be okay with, you know, oh, it's okay, you slammed into the wall. No, I'm a champion. Why? Because even as a kid running that mile race way back in the day, I had a big goal, big why. And that why had been embedded in my mind since I could speak. I can still hear my mother now. Keichun, if you want to go to college, you better run fast because that's the only way we're going to be able to afford it. And regardless if that's true or not, I had no other choice but to believe that and believe in my why and that I'm a champion. And so what do I want you to take away from this story that was years and years and years ago? I have 3. And hopefully you can apply these not only to your business, but to your life. And the first takeaway that I have is to put yourself in the place of potential. Put yourself in the place of potential. You want success? Be intentional about the activities to get there. Do you know the distance from where you are now and where you want to be is no difference in the distance it takes to get from LA to Puerto Rico? If you're intentional about your direction, all you have to do is go and move and keep moving in the right direction. So do the basic business producing activities daily and consistently, especially when things get tough. That's the way to put yourself in the place of potential. It's the secret sauce you always hear about. And just in case you haven't heard the secret sauce, let me tell you. I'm going to give you exactly what our top coaches do daily. The coaches who are reaching their goals and achieving their wildest dreams, they're doing this secret sauce. You ready? Here it is. The 4 vital behaviors. Are you doing the 4 basic, vital, necessary to survive behaviors every day, regardless of what life throws your way? Set yourself up to be in the place of success potential by doing the secret sauce daily and consistently. That's what they're doing. That's really what they're doing, y'all. Another way to set yourself up for maximum success, and that means, let me define maximum success, because it's not my definition. That means achieve the vision that you set for your life. Hopefully it's those things that you're thinking about, that you put in the forefront, that you set your intention around at the beginning of this call. And the way you do that is by achieving Success Club, using those 4 vital behaviors. Help 3 people every month, period. It needs to be a must-happen goal. And inviting putting yourself in the place of potential to invite is the way to ensure that that happens. You guys should be constantly inviting in order to keep your pipeline prime. Invite to your community, into your world or your free group. Help them fall in love with you and the team and the culture and their potential. Then invite them to your challenge group. Become obsessed with getting them their desired results, and then begin to put them in the place of coach potential. Put them in the place of coach potential. You can do that by including personal development in your challenge groups, by having them lead groups, having them share their transformation picture, maybe partnering them up with success partners for Motivation Monday. There's so many other ways to put them in the place of coach potential, but then invite them to the coaching opportunity. An opportunity to not only continue to perpetuate our idea, our mission to end the trend of obesity, but also to end multiple trends. We're ending the trend of obesity, but we have an amazing opportunity to end the trend of living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, this opportunity can change entire lives. So don't be a disservice to people who are waiting for you to invite them. There are people who not only want this opportunity, but need this opportunity. So get uncomfortable and share this business. Share this opportunity that changes entire lives. And the great thing is that we can use the holidays as an opportunity to reach out to your friends and your family and your followers and to your prospects, to your new and old coaches, to your former challengers. Everyone should be reminded and know that you are someone that they can go to for their health and fitness needs, as well as business mentorship if they're looking to start a Beachbody business. For the holidays, here are 5 things maybe you can do if you haven't thought of these. Holiday parties. Go, be a yes man. If you are invited to a holiday party, go attend it and have some intention behind it. Have fun for sure. But how many cars do you want to take away? How many do you want to set a date with someone to go? Not a date. A coffee meeting. I don't want anyone's spouse getting upset with me. Go set a coffee meeting, right? To talk about expanding locally in their area. But go attend those. Maybe have a gift of Beachbody, a gift of Shakeology for your gift exchange. Maybe a healthy recipe with Shakeology, or like I love the Shakeology balls and bars. Maybe that's what you bring to the holiday party. But go, say yes, attend. And if you're not attending one or not invited to one, have one, host one. That's our opportunity. And guys, these can be in real life. They can also be virtual. I've seen people doing virtual holiday parties, and I think that that's really cool. And virtual champagne toast. I think that that's really cool. 2, earn cash for the holidays or after the holidays. That's an amazing. Obviously, Beachbody doesn't guarantee any income, but you can put out that this is an opportunity that they could potentially help people, help themselves, and earn some cash along the way. You can all collectively set a goal for charity. Go contribute. The number of lives helped in December will directly affect the X amount of will directly affect X amount of families, because we're going to feed X amount of people. We're going to donate $2 for each person we help with the challenge pack to Habitat for Humanity. We're gonna build a house for someone. Have a charity contribution set. Go back to that holiday sale. Is there anything left? Is there anything that you want? And then, of course, getting ready for Beachbody Health Bet. Beachbody Health Bet starts January. I mean, we are not only giving them the opportunity to fall in love with fitness, but $2 million pot that we can potentially share, up to $3 million. Beachbody Health Bet. So those are a few things that you can focus on during the holidays to keep people engaged and keep it fun. But we are the leaders in health and fitness. We are the leaders in health and fitness. And no one does it like us, and no one does it better than us. Our programs and our products like Shakeology have helped millions of people lose hundreds of thousands of pounds. So let's be empowered by that. And let's make sure that people are aware of our life-changing solutions. And speaking of putting yourself in the place of potential, get from behind your computer. I said it. Yes, it's fun, it's easy, it's convenient, it's the way of the world. Everyone's on social media. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm telling you, there's nothing like getting belly to belly with people, especially in the tech ages. There's nothing like picking up that phone and hearing someone's voice, especially in the tech ages. It's amazing to be able to use social media, because it didn't exist 15 years ago, but there were successful network marketers 15 years ago. So don't use your computer as a crutch, or because of fear, or an excuse like, well, I'm an introvert, so I don't want to do it belly to belly. I don't want to go out and meet new people. When I hear that, y'all, I literally want to scream. Do things you've never done to get things you've never had. Anything worth having that is above mediocre, because guess what? The reality is that majority of your friends, majority of people in America, majority of people, period, will not live their full potential. They will not live the life that they design. And in my opinion, that's mediocrity. So anything worth having that is above mediocre will require some discomfort. It will require you using that fear to propel you, to take you to where you want to go. If you want to go there, you're going to have to do things that are a little bit scary. If you don't do those scary things, then be okay with being where you're at, or staying where you're at. Are you putting yourself in the place of highest potential? Champions do, leaders do. And if you're not realigning your goals to your strong why, and then redevelop the intentional action and activities that you're striving for that will take you where you want to go and to who you desire to become. And here's a quick side note. If your why is to help people, I love that you've come up with the why, but it's not strong enough. And so go back to the drawing board, read Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and then rethink it. The stronger your why, the deeper your motivation to keep going when life is thrown your way. So lastly, on putting yourself in the place of potential, team, faith, dynasty. Do y'all understand that you have what it takes to be an elite team? And elite means that not only are you saying, I'm helping people, but you're really actually doing it. And you are one of the best teams and the leaders of health and fitness doing it, right? I'm helping people, but you're actually out there doing it. And you're helping people live a healthy, fulfilling lives. You know, people who are on elite teams, they are not only fighting to end the trend of obesity, they're fighting to end the trend of living paycheck to paycheck. They're fighting to end the trend of unhappiness, to end the trend of loneliness, to end the trend of limiting beliefs and self-doubt that the propaganda in America and society has taught us year and year and year since the beginning of time. That's what that means. That's what elite means. That's what being on an elite team means. And y'all have what it takes. Elite teams aren't perfect, but they're relentless and they're intentional in doing what they have to do to reach their goals. So know that, and then continue to put your team in the place of potential to end 2017 as an elite team. I challenge you all to have all the qualifications for elite by Summit. I believe in you. I believe in you. And ending elite starts with that belief and then doing that secret sauce daily. So that's the first thing. Put yourself in a place of potential. The second thing is keep running. When that girl passed me, I didn't stop. It wasn't the end of my race. It wasn't the end of my life. I had a choice to make, to give up or give in my all. And you all have a very similar choice to make. It's December 12th. Are you going to give up? Are you going to give it your all? Even if your 2016 goals will still not be met if you give it your all. Champions are growth conscious, not goal conscious, so they keep running the race, period. Don't stop 3 feet from the end of the month, or from your daily routine of growing your business, or from who you desire to become at the end of it all. Others may slow down, but our goals don't change with the seasons. Who you desire to become, I don't think wavers due to quote unquote difficult months or because life is happening to you. Have a paradigm switch when life is happening to you and get excited about the growth that you're about to embark upon because life is happening to you. And because you're not going to ease off of your goals. You only grow in discomfort. So have fun with it. Get excited by it and be growth conscious. Consistency is the secret to success in this business and life, in period. And you don't have to know everything. You just have to be consistent with your daily activities. That secret sauce, those 4 vital behaviors. And with implementing the knowledge that you do know. Implementing the knowledge that you do know is not about what you know. Implementing the knowledge that you do know and being consistent with learning as you go. Even if you don't do it well, with that consistency, that will also improve. You will improve with consistency, but you have to start. You have to be willing to fail forward, and you have to be consistent. 100% of the things that you do today will affect who you become tomorrow, and so on. So even if you don't see immediate results, as long as you're consistent, it will happen. As long as you're intentional, it will happen. So again, Team Faith Dynasty, I am that mom way up in the bleachers screaming because I believe in you. And you have everything it takes today. You have what it takes. But now you need to gut check your champion mindset, because it doesn't matter how much I believe in you or how much Melanie believes in you. It starts in your own mind. And that also is learned from the 4 vital behaviors. If you don't believe in you, how are you being intentional about creating that belief? That's a question. If you don't believe in you, how are you being intentional about creating that belief? So as a side note, my physical development, that's what kept me in the race when my legs turned to that concrete jello. But my personal development, that is what made me believe it was possible to finish strong and that I could win the race regardless of that 20 meters that she had gained on me. So do you believe in you and this team's ability to do amazing, great things? If you're not doing the 4 vital, basic, necessary to survive, behaviors, specifically personal development, I'm going to be real candid because I love you. Quit now, because you're only going to quit later. It's that important. So do you keep running the race, or are you a quitter? If you're someone on this call who maybe has said subconsciously or maybe even out loud that you're going to wait until January to get back in this thing or to get back strong, 2017 is going to be my year. Whoop, whoop. Stop. Change that up. Champions don't think like that, because you are not a quitter, and that is quitting. Now, I'm about to switch off. Let me switch my hat. I'm that coach now. You better go. So it's the end of the year. It's holiday time. Less money to spend on yourself. School is having breaks. Everybody's pregnant. I get it. This is not the time of year to slow down on your goals of who you want to be. This is go time. And even if you're not yielding your desired results, I can guarantee that as long as you're planting as long as you are going and being consistent, you're planting amazing seeds. If you are going. If you're waiting until January, you're not. So if you're building relationships, if you're forming prospects, if you're reaching out to new people, you're constantly sharing so people know where and who to go to for their fitness needs. Stay consistent with the simplicity of that. And of course, have some patience during this season. But I've heard a few times that things were tougher. It was slower. And my response has always been the same. Well, other people are achieving their goals, so I know it can be done. I know you can do it. Nothing makes you different than these people who are achieving their goals. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to give up? Are you going to wait until January? Are you going to change your goals? Are you going to stop reaching out to people? Are you going to stop sharing your your story on social media? Are you going to stop pressing play and drinking Shakeology? Are you going to log off? Are you going to check out? Or are you going to turn up the intensity and go hard towards your goals? That's what champions do. If you want things you've never had, you're going to have to do things you've never done. This is the time of year when we do have to remember our why and frequently visit and revisit our goals and vision boards from the beginning of the year and at Summit. This is the time of year when we really get to see who has it in them to achieve their goals. Their goals, your goals, not my goals, not Carl's goals, not Melanie's goals, your goals. This is the time of year where we get to see who has it in them to achieve their goals and live above mediocrity. This is also the time of year when excuses come up more often. It's a slow time of year. The holidays, traveling, you name it, it can be an excuse. I challenge you to move beyond your excuses. I challenge you to replace those with the firm. Stop thinking negative mess, because that's what champions do. That's what leaders do. That's what elite teams do. That's what people on a mission to achieve their goals do. And you have to be flexible with adapting to the change of speed. So perhaps you do have to dig deeper to achieve goals that come easier in other months. It's okay. Champions adapt because our goals don't change just because it's a tougher time or it's harder to reach them. That is when your history is actually written, not when you're hitting Success Club 20 on day one. No, that time that you are uncomfortable and you are feeling all the nerves and all the anxiety and you want to quit, that is when your history is written. So team, have you let your foot off the brake, off the gas? Champions may falter. It's okay. No one's perfect. Leaders may falter. It's okay. But they always course correct. And so today, I challenge you, if that's you, to get back on course. I challenge you to no longer wait until January 1st. I challenge you to attack the last 3 weeks of this year and wake up on January 1st knowing that you could not have given 2016 a fingernail tip more. So it's the holidays. People are being more cautious of spending. It's lower. Who cares? Because what I do know is that 2 of every 3 people are overweight in the United States right now. What I do know is that there are people out there that we can help right now, but it's up to you to move beyond the excuses, to see through them, because they need us more than ever right now. And we need you. I believe in you. I believe in us. I believe in our mission and what we are saying to accomplish. I believe in the work that we're doing, but do you believe it? Do you believe it? Do you understand that you have everything it takes right now to go live your wildest dreams? Do you really believe that? And it is that secret sauce. It is those 4 vital, necessary to survive, basic behaviors consistently. And that's it. That's all you have to do. But you actually have to do. You can't wait till January. People need us now. People need us on the 12th. That's how we end trends. The trend of obesity, and possibly even the trend of living paycheck to paycheck. That's huge. That is the majority of America. That is the majority of your friends and family. They're living paycheck to paycheck. We have this opportunity. Woo! Y'all, let me take a second. I believe in this. If you guys can't tell. So let me slow it down, because I mentioned that my boisterousness can be a little bit too much sometimes. And so some of you guys I know, I'm sure, are on this call saying, oh my gosh, this girl, she's a little much.
No.
But I'm giving this all I got.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm almost finished. If you're asking yourself, or saying rather to yourself, okay, I'm giving this baby all I've got. I've gut checked myself, and I truly cannot give this anything else. First of all, if you're giving this baby all you got and you're gut checking yourself along the way and you still fall short of your goals, that's what going big means. It's not to beat yourself up it's not to make yourself go run and hide until January if you don't hit your goals. It's to ensure your daily activities are aligned correctly. It's to gut check yourself to ensure you're doing all you can to reach your goals. It's about what you've learned, how you've grown, the number of people you've connected with and potentially helped. It's about who you become in the pursuit of reaching your goals. So I challenge you all to run through the 2016 finish line. No matter what, fall through that baby. Champions keep running the race, period. No matter where you are in the race, keep pushing and run through that finish line. And so the third and final thing I want you to take away from my story is to lean in and to finish strong. Lean in on your training and on your team, but most importantly, on your personal development. And finish this baby strong. Kick it into a gear that you never knew existed in your body. That may freak you out a little bit, because there's still plenty of time left for you to do that. Empower yourself for 2017 by finishing this year strong. But it's go time. It's time for us to turn up the intensity. So champions understand it's not about the start. It is about the finish. So how will you finish this baby? Are you living life, or are you coasting through life? Are you living life to the point where you're going to be living the same life the exact same way next year? Because the only way you can do that is by doing some different things. Living life means finishing your life story strong. Living life means leaving nothing on the field daily. Leaving nothing on the field daily in the pursuit of becoming who you desire, in the pursuit of becoming the type of mom and wife and leader and philanthropist and CEO and elite coach and elite team, right? Let's live life. And y'all, we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what we can achieve and the lives that we will change in the pursuit of ending the trend of obesity. And you guys are in it. You're part of it. You're going to get your cut as long as you continue to put yourself in the place of potential to receive it. We can't do it without you, period. We cannot do it without you, period. But all you have to do is be willing to push, to turn up that intensity and be consistent. Push through that voice that says stop. That voice that says you won't make it. That voice that says, oh, wait till January. The voice that says you can do it later. The voice that says you're not Barbie. The voice that says, who do you think you are? The voice that says, come on, be mediocre. Push past that. Push now and keep pushing, and find other people to push with you and to help you push, and then find new ways to push and ways to keep you pushing. Whatever it takes, push with purpose and push with passion and push with pride and push with love and push through your finish line. Push through this 2016 finish line. There are people whose survival and success is waiting on what you will bring. You just have to be willing to push. And it doesn't start tomorrow. It doesn't start January 1st. It starts right now. The time is now. If you want things you've never had, you're going to have to do things you've never done. And I believe in us. I believe in you. I believe in this team. You are a 2017 elite team. I believe that. But it starts now. It starts now. You guys are champions. That's all I got.
You want to drop the mic? I'm in tears. I have laughed, cried, and everything else in between. Thank you. Like, let me put you on. There you go. Okay. Because I know people are going to have questions, comments, concerns. Monica cried. Gotti cried. Who else cried? Like, I cried. This was amazing. Barbara is on her iPhone, but she got her praise the Lord emojis. Who wants to start?
Well, if you guys don't have any questions right now, I'm here for you. I'm in the trenches with you. So if you think of a question later on, let me know.
No, we have some. Go ahead.
I don't really have a question. I don't feel like what you just shared with us is something we should even question. Like, you literally just laid it out on the table, like no ifs, ands, or buts. So to me, I don't have a question. You left me speechless, but I do want to say thank you. Melanie believes in us so much, and I'm constantly there reminding her almost daily about how she affects each and every one of us in a positive way. But I think to see somebody outside of the team, outside of Melanie, aside from like her success partner and stuff, to actually see in us what we hear daily from our mentor, but sometimes we mute it, to be honest with you. Sometimes we mute it because we're too busy to pay attention to Melanie or any other upline or any of our success partners or anything else, just because it's we have come used to it. But to have somebody outside of our circle to come in and blow up in our face with the same like identical passion that Melanie has about us has really opened my eyes to seeing the true value of ending strong, if that makes sense. So just thank you. You are my new hero, and I look forward to following you more so I can learn more about you and learn more from you and stuff. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know I have my other some of my downline on this call, and I'm just happy that they were able to make it to see that, because I repeat it to them all the time too about how much I believe in them, but to have somebody else really be like in your face is just awesome. So I hope that they were able to absorb that too.
Thank you for sharing that, Monica. I really do. Like, I'm trying to hold back. I'm trying to hold back too. Y'all got me crying too. I really do believe in this. My family has been touched by this. My mother has been touched by this. My best friend is the reason why I got started with this. I understand our potential, and I really do believe in us.
Somebody raised their hand. I don't know what that means or who it was, but You guys can just unmute and say whatever you want to say.
Hi. I'm crying. But I did want to say thank you, because that sometimes that's all you need to hear, is that I just felt like God was speaking through you in everything that you just said to me. I wrote notes down, but I had to stop and just start crying, because it was like that. I have so much passion. Like, I know I'm so ready for all of this, that when you were just telling your story, I'm still crying. So I really appreciate, my goodness, life-changing story. I'm just, some things you just need to hear. So that's all I have, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm a new coach, so I'm learning, and
welcome to the family.
but it really, I'm still crying, because I feel it. Like, I'm at the point right now in my journey where not everyone's on board, you know, and I every day is like, I have to have affirmations of, you can do it. So the way you put it, it was like the way I felt inside. So I really appreciate it. Seriously. I'm going to play this to some people, and I'm not kidding. Some people need to hear, this is how I feel. Because sometimes you just, when it's family, when it's friends, you just don't know how to explain or put it into words. But that's how I feel, what she said. So thank you so much. I look forward to all of it.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Anybody else? No? Well, I'm going to end it with this. I took a lot of notes. Point number 2 hit home for me, because I tend, and I think that's what happened to us this year, I tend not to see the results, and I just kind of start slowing the throttle and kind of meet the non-negotiables, Success Club and the recruiting, but then I just coast. I just start coasting little by little. And point number 2, when you said keep running, you have a choice, and when you literally put your face and you said, you either give up or do this. Like, there's no in between. Like, that just, like, it just struck me. So that, among, many of the points, I wrote so much down, and this is definitely that I'm going to go back and upload on YouTube as soon as we get off, and I'm going to share it with the team, and I am going to listen to it again tomorrow. Because I really do feel it's key to right now, like, for 2017. So I really, really appreciate you being so bold and open and just opening up our eyes. Like, and I say ours because I know it starts with me. I know, like, one of the things that 2 of my diamonds and I are doing, we're just started the 21 Laws of Leadership, and it always starts off, and he always starts off with the law of the lid, and it's like, it starts with me. Like, if my belief is not straight, our team is not going to get to elite. That's the fact. That's what happened to us this year. My lack of belief didn't lead us to where we wanted to be. And so when I tell you that this call was key for our team, like, Keichun, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can tell you that the people on this call right now, you will see us celebrating this time next year our elite numbers a lot sooner. We're not going to wait until corporate announces as an elite team. A lot sooner, like you said, by Summit, we will celebrate being an elite team. You mentioned what elite means in the corporate, from a corporate perspective. Well, I want to share with the team, and I want to share with you what it means for me, like, as the leader of our organization, as the leader of our team. To me, elite means that we're truly believe in the mission of the company. We truly believe, like, and I know a lot of our leaders, a lot of our team members here, like, Success Club, it's a scary number. A lot of people don't like numbers, but, like, I always tell our team, like, that number is a measure of success. It's a measure of success as to how much you believe in the vision and the mission of the company. That's simply the way I see it. There's no other way I can personally explain it, And so elite, to me, personally means we're on the top. We're one of the top of the company because we truly believe in Carl Deckler's heart. Like, as simple as that. We believe in ending the trend of obesity. We believe that there are, like you said, 2 out of 3 people out there are obese, and we are so grounded in the mission that we go out there and find them. That's what it means to me. That's what it means to us. And I know that it starts with communicating that vision and just, you know, bringing it down. And I really do know that you set the ground for that tonight. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're so very, very welcome. Thanks again for having me.
No problem.
And if you guys need anything, I'm here for you.
Thank
it's
you.
It's not about, you know, what you got from today. It's about what you do with what you got. So I hope that you take this momentum into tonight, into your power hours tomorrow, and throughout the rest of the year.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Ladies, thank you so much for hopping on.
Bye, guys.
Shortly. Bye. Recording will be up shortly.